What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ray Amphy, and we are here to do another episode. And today's topic: when should you leave a relationship when you know it's pretty toxic? So we got these gorgeous ladies. We got D, Leah in the house. Obviously, you know Dre, you know Ill. So D, we're gonna start with you. First off, have you ever been in a toxic relationship that you stayed, but you know you should have left a long time ago?
Yes, definitely.
Like, how long was the whole relationship?
4 years.
Wow.
And I feel like it started getting toxic in 3 though. So not that bad, but yeah.
Okay. So what happened? Was it just like out of nowhere, like an argument, or was it something that was just building?
It just seemed like it was something building. We were kind of young, so it seemed like we kind of grew apart as we started to get older. So I think that had something to do with it. But yeah, it definitely got toxic. A lot of arguments, a lot of fights, so we had to end that.
Okay, but you still stayed for a whole nother year though.
Yes.
Okay, why?
Thinking, you know, we'll it's just a small thing, we'll get over it. And no, we did not. It just built up and then just kind of overflowed and exploded. So we just kind of had to
really
part ways. She was a very popular girl, and it will be people in her DMs, her, you know, whatever, and she would still give the time to them or, you know, entertain them. And, you know, even though I was on the page, I was blasted on the page, but still.
Well, people start doing that. People do that shit.
No one cares, you know? So, yeah, definitely, and a lot of people, like a lot of the girls even knew me, like, and they would, I've had them. This is just really disrespectful, but they would come, they came over, like I've had parties in my house and I didn't know, like, these are people that, yeah. Right. So it became that.
I think it's more of the challenge to see, I wonder if I can still get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no, because some people are like that, to where you might see someone that you dated in the past. You never think about them, but the moment they post a picture of them with someone else and someone, you're like, oh, damn. I want to, let me just see if I can still get it.
Yeah.
So did you communicate this with her? You're like, hey, you need to check these groupies?
Oh, definitely. First on, you know, full on, but it just seemed like it's not that big of a deal. You know, it's not, I've never did anything. Yeah. What are you talking about? Just conversation. It's just conversation. And I'm like, it seems like it's a lot more than conversation, so.
It's conversation rules the nation, so.
Okay.
It all starts with conversation.
So you talked to her, and did she make an attempt to fix it, or was it no, you're insecure or you're tripping? Or
yeah, no, it would just be like, I was definitely insecure. Okay.
Were you?
No. That's what she said.
That's what she said. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm insecure, and then she would start to just delete the messages after, you know, after it.
Were you like checking her phone?
Yeah. So I mean, we had.
Really? I mean, hey, look, we just did an episode last year. Y'all see it, but anyway, I'm gonna like when you going through her phone.
I was, but it's just because. Our passwords were the same. It wasn't like it was something like a big thing.
You want a password that had passwords and everything?
Well, I always have a password on my phone. My wife has my password to my phone, and I have the password to her phone. Okay. But it's nothing that.
So you would go to her phone, and you would see that she would delete certain messages.
Yes. Yeah.
And that. Okay. Now, did you confront her at first, or were you just kind of getting all your evidence first? Or were you like, why the fuck are you deleting this? What's going on? Or were you?
I think at first I would confront immediately, but after a while, like when it kept being like, oh, you're insecure, you're this, I would actually not, I feel so bad to say this, but I think I'm actually a screenshot.
What's her name?
Yeah, I'm about to say Instagram.
No, but I remember, I think at one point I screenshot the message and sent it to myself. So I have the proof. So you can't say it. You can't say that.
Now you done some shit like that?
I done some.
We're gonna get back. We'll get back to that.
I done shit like that.
You done some shit like that?
But wasn't like
I like receipts. Right. I do love receipts though.
What was the final straw though to where, because even though you had all this, you had the evidence, you still stayed with her? Alright, so what was the final straw where you was like, I can't do it no more. I gave you 4 years of my life, but you had to leave.
I think it was probably something really, really small, and I probably don't even remember what it was. But it just kind of put the icing on the cake. It just put the icing on the cake, and I was like, you know what? I think this is
And this
over.
cake is done.
And then I ended up moving like a few days after. I moved to Vegas,
Where are you from?
Los
Yeah.
Angeles. I'm originally from Los Angeles.
Los Angeles?
Yes.
Alright.
That's that
Was
LA
it
love.
was it more of a mutual thing, or was it like bad blood to where like can y'all still see each other and be cordial, or y'all like no, I'm gonna kill your ass?
No, not now. Please, I'm married now. No.
I mean, some
I have no
some-
problems. No, but I have no issues with any of my exes. Not at all. I can't say the same on that side. I personally have no bad blood with anyone.
Yeah. You say you're married. Did she come to your wedding? I'm just saying, you say no bad blood.
Please,
So
So you don't get the invite.
No, I don't need no energy. I don't need the energy.
Right.
That's different. Like we're cool. Hey, I see you, but I don't need
She
no
don't need no
energy.
hating ass
I
slow
don't
claps.
need no. And I don't even know. I object. No.
Wait, but how long? I mean, how old were you when you guys started dating?
Oh, 17.
Oh,
wow.
So, alright,
So in other words,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
So
so
like 21.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so 17 to 21, you're still trying to figure out what love is to you, and then also at the same time, you're still trying to figure out like what type of love you need, and
Yeah.
you're still going off of what you've seen on TV
Yeah, or
and the
around
images
you.
that you have from your friends and everything like that. So I feel like at 17, 16, bullshit has to come and you have to like see what type of person you're gonna mold into.
Can a 17-year-old know what real love is? Is it
No.
possible? No
No.
way. No.
Maybe.
We were in love. Yeah, that's fine.
You gotta go through
Yeah.
trials and tribulations
Right.
and go through life.
But you never know how
Hey, y'all seen the Notebook?
how fast.
I mean,
They were 17,
I never
18.
saw
They were 17.
That
That's a
was a
great
movie.
book.
I wasn't in what?
What kind of time period
That's true. Okay.
Yes,
This
you're right.
is not back with our grandparents.
Right. But I'm with you. It's like 50-50 maybe.
Yeah.
But y'all don't think it's possible for someone 17 to 18 to really know what real love is?
Depending on how fast forward their life is and how many
Right.
relationships or what they've been through their
Right.
life, like what exactly they've seen or
Right.
you
Okay.
know what type of relationships that they have developed with
Exactly.
certain people.
Right.
Then yeah, they
Okay.
could be like, okay, I really love this person or I really want to give my life to this person. But that person might not be ready to receive the type of love that that person is going to, you know.
That's
Yeah.
that's the obvious question. You were 17. Were you truly in love, or did you not know what real love was at that time? Honestly,
So-
be real.
So as I look back, I definitely did love her, but I don't think I started to really love her until I got a little bit older. And so we got a little bit more into the relationship. When I was 17, I don't know what we were really doing. I don't know what it really
Okay.
was.
Okay.
You
That's
know, so I can't really say I was in love the entire time. I can't say that. But I did eventually. I know that when I ended it, I did love her. I just wasn't in love with her at that time.
Were
when I
you
did.
ever in love?
Yes, definitely. Because I stayed. I wanted
I
to
mean, some people
be
say
there.
because they're comfortable.
No. Because I loved her and I wanted to be there. I wanted to make it work. So,
Okay, that's understandable. So while you guys are, have you been in a relationship that you knew it was toxic, but you still stayed, just out of love?
Yeah.
Okay, so give us some background on that. So y'all was together for how many years?
We was together for a while, like
Like estimate like 4 years?
hell no, 12.
Oh god damn. That's a marriage, right?
that is a marriage.
Dang, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I
Thanks
was
for that.
with her when I was young, so I was figuring myself out, like type of love I'm going to give, type of love she's going to give.
Alright.
And then, like I said, my loyalty played a factor into it, so it was like, okay, well, let me, you know, I have to do this because she's here for me. I can't just, you know, all right, bye, bitch.
But 12 years, that's a lot of back and forth.
That's a
So,
lot.
what, I mean, damn. Okay, when did it become toxic? To where, like, when did it start to become?
Well, shit, when you grow.
Right.
When you grow.
Okay.
When we started growing.
Sometimes when you grow together, but when did it become
Shit,
bad for
you
y'all?
grow- well, necessarily you don't grow together when you're young because you come from two different
No.
places,
Yeah.
and it's like you're in high school, so it's like, oh, I love you, we fucking,
Okay.
I'm comfortable with you, I'm comfortable with you type
But,
of deal. It's like puppy love, and it's that honeymoon stage where it's like,
Exactly. Some shit
alright.
you ain't.
It
Yeah,
is,
together.
but you guys kind of do grow together. Sometimes you're high school sweethearts and everything is new to both of
you
y'all.
grow.
Y'all move out together. Y'all get y'all first place together. Y'all
Yeah.
experience things as a couple together. So you do grow
Well,
together.
we grew apart.
Yeah.
For 12 years though?
Yeah,
That's a long.
That's a long time. We need details. Y'all feel me?
Like
Like,
12
you
years.
gotta.
Yeah,
Go
But
12.
where
ahead,
were you
Leah.
going and where was she going?
Thank you.
What was that going on?
Yeah, spectrums. Like
Yeah,
you were going
because
this way,
it's
she was
like-
going that way. What did
In
you
our
want? What did she
relationship,
want?
y'all gonna have to make make it work. Like,
Yeah.
so y'all have to come together and say, hey, this is what we want.
Because
in
at
our
times it's like,
relationship.
12 years, I'll be
I
honest,
want
I
to
fuck
be
with
young,
you.
I want to mess around, she wants to mess around. It's like that part, the bullshit. Like, I'm cheating, you cheated. Okay, well, I cheated because you cheated, type of deal. But because we're comfortable, like you said, we're not going nowhere.
So you knew she
So
was
there's
cheating.
a lot of just bullshit going on, and I'm
Where did
thinking,
that start though?
Yeah.
Or was it just
Or was that
full
from
on,
day
like,
one?
early
it
on?
wasn't like day one, like, oh, we wild and I'm wild. It was like, I'm gonna say,
Were you still in high school?
yeah.
You guys-
After high school, I'll say.
So you guys
Because
are
y'all
finally,
like my
well,
first
yeah.
real job, then it was like, okay,
It's exposed to more than things.
yeah.
Yeah.
But man, like, okay.
Like when you start getting, like growing, you start getting a job, you start getting a car, you start feeling yourself, and then the world starts feeling you, and then you're looking at this person, you're like, damn, I'm just
I'm just here
stuck
with
with
you.
this person.
Yeah.
Did you feel? Did you feel stuck?
19 at 20 years old, and it's like, girl, I don't want to hurt your feelings, love you to death, but goddamn, can I go do something else? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hey, you can go do something else too.
I mean, if you choose to be with somebody that's clingy, that needs you to be up under them and watching you, then that's a choice. Because
True.
everything is a choice.
That's what I'm saying.
You teach people how you want to be loved at the end of the day. And when I say young people can't love, I'm not saying that they don't love each other or have those strong emotions, but you don't know who you are as a person. So how can you tell someone how you want to be loved when you really don't know yourself? Regardless of what you have going around you, as far as family, your parents, grandparents, them loving, they've been together for a long time, and even they went through their trials and tribulations. They've adapted and adjusted to each other and compromised to be able and willing to love each other and understand the flaws, the goods, the
You
bads.
can make it work.
Yeah.
You should say, like, back before, like you said, it was only your grandma and your grandpa on that block.
Yeah.
Shit, Vegas developed. We got the internet. So it was like, oh shit, MySpace, Black Planet
Right.
came. And
Exactly.
it's like, I'm popping out here. Like,
We were just talking about MySpace, but no, I get it. It has changed. It has.
Temptation is a motherfucker.
But okay, she cheated. You cheated. Was it like, okay, I feel when somebody do that, the trust is broken. So how was you able to kind of keep the relationship going?
I said,
No, but you cheat.
boy.
No,
No,
you cheated.
Yeah,
There's no
but
loyal
to a
there.
certain extent, I could be loyal. I could
In what way? Please
Right.
elaborate.
Yeah, please elaborate.
cheat on somebody and still
we
be
always
like,
like,
I'm with this person. I won't let this person, like
Me.
fall or whatever the case may be. You can still cheat and do that. Feel that type of way. Just like my boy could be like on some fucked up shit, and I'm with him, and I'm like,
It was fucked
man,
up.
this is fucked up. We shouldn't be doing this.
It's fucked up.
But we did it
I do
anyway.
hear that a
Just-
lot though. I do
get
hear that
back
a
to
lot.
it.
I mean, to each his
that.
own. But if somebody's doing some fucked up shit and that's not who I am in the core, I'm not staying with you, bro. Like, I'm leaving. And I love you. Holla at me after you're done. Because I'm not going to go down the
Double
same
up.
path with you and be guilty by association because I was loyal to you doing something that you shouldn't be doing. And being loyal and loving someone is all good and fine in that sense, but at the same time, you have to know when to cut it. And let the person know, I love you, you love me, but we're not good together.
Yeah.
All right, Leah. So it seems like you've been through some shit. So let's get a little background on you. All right, tell us your relationship type thing. So were you ever married?
Yes.
You was married.
Mhm.
Did that marriage become toxic, or did y'all leave on
Good turn.
good terms? Thank
No,
you,
we
sir.
didn't leave on good terms.
So it became toxic.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, how long was y'all together?
I was just about to
before
say
you got
that.
married?
How long?
Oh, Jesus.
Take him some
First
details.
time we had adult situations, I had pregnant.
Sex. All right, go ahead.
So, people can read between the lines. So I got pregnant, so
The
then that's
very
just
first
like,
time y'all slept together, you got
Yeah.
married?
Oh shit. And
yeah.
how old were you again?
21.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
not a lot. I'm just kidding.
No, it's not a lot. I didn't. First of all, I didn't lose my virginity in high school. I wasn't that girl. But so yeah, 21. But he was my best friend prior to. So it was like one of those friendships that just kind of grew into bigger things, and then yeah.
How long was y'all together? Because you didn't say how many years
I'm
y'all
trying
was
to think
together
of- okay,
before,
so-
how many years y'all was married.
We about to the first 48.
Oh, 05, we got together, and our marriage officially ended in 2012.
Okay.
Wait, when you say officially ended, That mean you sign the papers or?
That's when the judge said you're divorced.
Okay, so when
When
did
did
you
you guys
like
leave,
walk
though?
out and like?
Right.
So when did he,
Is that
well, when did
full
he,
Yeah.
2010.
Okay.
Alright, so y'all was here that long. Now, y'all have 2 kids together. What changed? Like when did
Insecurities.
yours?
No,
Be honest.
she don't get down like that. I
Third person.
yeah, I do it all the time, sorry. So I'm the type of person that I trust you. You can go do you. I'm gonna do me, and at the end of the day, we're gonna come together and we're gonna do good. I'm not gonna run it behind you, blow your phone up, and do all that unnecessary stupid shit. Person's gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day, regardless of how hovering you are.
True.
It takes nothing but 5 minutes for somebody to go smash if that's what they really want to do.
So, okay.
He was the type that I need to be here and he here, and I'm like, I don't like that smothering situation. He has short man syndrome.
How old is he?
He was 5'2". Well, he is 5'2".
5'2"?
Oh my God.
That's
So he came
That's
like,
shorter than most females.
damn. How tall are you?
I
And I'm 5'4".
See what I'm saying?
So okay, so he was 5'2",
Yeah.
and you're 5'4".
Yeah.
Alright, Jadak,
Shut your face.
was that ever a problem in the relationship though? Like when I'm talking?
I didn't-
For him?
What, him?
Yeah, was he?
Probably
It's
was.
short man syndrome. So I mean, just give you a scenario. We were at Quiznos, and you know they toast your bread and it's like extra hard, and then they like cut your gums up. So I was telling the dude like, hey, just put it through there really quick. I want to lightly
You're
toast
just
it
looking out for him.
for myself. This
Oh,
wasn't about him.
true.
This was myself. I was like, so just put it through there really quick. And he popped a whole attitude, and I'm like, well, what's the problem? I came back for my sandwich. Like, what happened? You over there flirting with him? I just asked the man to put my sandwich toaster quick so my guns don't get towed up. And it was just turned into an unnecessary argument, like little stuff like that. Like, so I would not take him anywhere with me.
That's funny.
If I went somewhere with my friends, you're staying at the
Trash.
house, I'm going out, you're gonna go here. You go with your people, I'm gonna stay over here. Because it was like, we can't do anything together.
Right.
Because if I'm talking to anybody just in a casual conversation, it would turn like, you know, into an
Right.
argument.
But shouldn't you, like, that insecurity should already been there if you guys were, like, best friends, right?
No, man, it wasn't.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. I was about to ask because was he always like that?
Places.
No,
You
the
just
other
said
girl
that
that he was dating before me, she was pop.
She was what?
Pop. Ugly. She was
Oh.
short, fat, and round. Nobody was, you know, she was a hoverer. So she was like
That's
all
also
on his
never
balls,
mind.
not the other way around.
Sounds a little hating right
Yeah.
there. Little bit.
No.
Are you?
I don't hate on nobody. But she was that type. But they were together in high school. We got together after high school, so I knew her.
You knew her.
Right. And we were friends,
Okay.
somewhat. So it wasn't like,
So he never gave you no
He
signs
didn't-
that he was insecure like this
Yeah.
getting with him.
no, because he didn't do that with
Could
her.
it be, like,
She
this
was
the
on his
relationship?
bumper.
It could have just been a relationship.
It probably
too.
was the relationship.
Did you make him feel insecure? Be
Not
honest.
at all.
Did you?
I'm not gonna try to make anyone that I'm around and I'm with to feel like
So
somebody
you didn't
else
have
made
a whole
me
lot of
creepy.
guy friends or
No, I don't
nobody
even have
that-
guy friends.
But
Okay.
It was,
sometimes-
and that's the reason why I don't have guy friends. I don't have guy friends at all.
I mean,
Period.
I'm your friend. but-
What you want?
All right, so y'all had 2 kids together. I'm guessing everything was good. When did it start going south? What did he do or what did you do? Did he cheat? Did you?
No, well, he didn't cheat. No.
You did.
I didn't. Hold on now. Let me tell my
Yeah,
story.
I'm saying,
There's more to it.
Be honest.
I am. So let me just
So
do
just
it.
say it.
Alright.
No, but no, because you know, then you just say stuff and it's like there's
She cheated, y'all.
There's
She
meat
cheated.
to it. I didn't cheat. Physically.
What you do?
I'm about to say, you don't. I said
Hold on. Can we pause?
You
Can
do
we
not have to
pause?
have sex with someone to be
No.
cheating.
You do not. You do not. And I am so with you on that. Now, with that being said, I told him, what you're doing ain't working for me. Okay?
What was he doing?
Nothing.
Apparently not enough.
Playing the game all day, not taking care of the kids, not interacting, not helping, not being the man of the house, not leading, not doing anything. And I'm a very vocal person. So if I'm telling you that you need to assist here, 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 and here, okay? And you don't want to step to the plate, fine.
Somebody else
And I
will.
also told you, now, don't start with me because there is somebody out there that will take your place in 2.5 seconds. So don't make me, whatever, I'm honest. It can be done. Don't think
Okay,
that it
but
stops with you.
When you say that to a man, your husband, that's gonna.
I don't care. At that point, when I'm the person.
You feel me? Like,
You feel somebody said that to you though, wouldn't you say?
But at
Yeah, but
thank you.
it's how-
It will change your behavior.
No, it sounds
Shit.
like a threat. It sounds like, well, unless you know,
No, I don't make
you
threats.
can easily be replaced.
Replaced.
Somebody
I don't
said that to me,
make
I'm like, shit,
It-
boy. be.
Then he should have left.
No, it,
He leave.
Blah.
but there's a way to say it. You can be no, you probably look like.
I'm not gonna say that was
Hey,
that
listen.
one that I first had conversation, but I have conversations
Oh, so you had a conversation before you said that.
times
Okay.
before
All right.
I get to the
Okay.
point
I didn't know that
where
part.
fuck you,
I
fuck
already
off,
know how
I'm
to
doing
go.
you.
It was like, honey, can you check out the trash?
I
Okay,
guess
then he
he
does
does
it.
it to you in a
It's like,
second.
okay, the trash is still here.
Alright, so you had a conversation with him prior before you started saying, nigga, you could be replaced.
Yeah.
And he still ain't changed.
No.
Alright, okay.
I'm working 2 jobs, going to school full time.
Right.
You have a part-time job, and we got 2 kids. I'm working, and I'm taking the kids to daycare while you sitting at home. I ain't staying here with you, and I'm paying for it. So no, at that
And
point,
you got
that's just
home?
hello. So at some point, you got to step up.
Okay, but there's a story, Trevor. I think. Why did he become lazy? Why did he become like that? Was he in an accident? Did something happen?
No.
Why did he just start
Instinct
sitting at
trying
home?
to find
No,
something.
right? Try to help a nigga out. You don't even know the man.
Because he wasn't like that.
Stop trying to get the inside.
I'm
now.
not. But there's a story to each side. I'm just trying to get it.
When you, this is the thing.
'Cause
Okay.
somebody
He
just
has a
changed like
background.
that.
He has a background.
Okay.
So, and we were living in Wisconsin. So at one point, you're making a certain amount of money. In certain states, felons have more opportunities.
True.
Illinois ain't the one. It's not the one. But that was home. And when we had our
He was
second
a
baby,
felon?
I'm like, I'm coming back home. His
Okay.
family's there too, but he moved with me to Wisconsin.
Okay. got it.
Okay, so I'm going back home because I'm having my second kid and I want to be around my family and I want my kids to know their
Makes
family.
sense. Makes
So we come back home. I had a job set up for him and everything.
Okay.
He went and did a 5-minute job and didn't go to the interview, and now you sitting at home on the couch.
Ugh.
So I'm supposed to be sitting here saying what?
Okay.
Now we got 2 kids. I'm working 2 jobs, going to school full time, and you're sitting
Yeah,
at
I like
home
to judge
when
you.
you had a job.
I don't know.
And then he got
From
another.
experience, I can say he was being childish.
Really, and that's what it was.
I've been in situations like that.
But that's
where I
what
have
it
to
was.
look back and go, man,
That was
that
fucked up.
was childish, nigga.
Mm.
And that's what it was at the end of the day. It's
Okay.
not that I wasn't given the opportunity to grow up, but I have goals, ambitions, and I have things that I want to do. And I'm going to
That's
sit
true.
and wait for
Coming
nobody.
from my experience,
To
you were
do
probably
it.
making him grow up too fast.
Well, how old
But
was
nigga,
he?
you had 2 kids. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
We raised a kid. You can't be a kid with
No,
me.
thanks.
I can't be you to be me too. I got to
She was about to cut your ass out.
I made him go because I was cool with him for a minute. Right.
But that's not my fault.
But it's not
He
my
didn't wanna
fault
grow up.
either. It's not my
No,
fault.
not at all.
So at some point,
You
you
made
have,
him push and he didn't want to get pushed.
but you have to own up to your own shit. If you're not ready for it, I'm not ready for this.
True.
Say that.
It wasn't like you was
How do
you
you
was
know
slowing
that?
my flow.
How
I
do
was
you know
doing it
that?
all.
How do you know? Because if I'm growing with you as a
We
person,
wasn't growing together.
oh, well, how old
I was growing,
was-
he was standing still.
But I mean, to him, you're still that 17-year-old girl that he called his. Or you were 17, right?
21. I was 21.
Oh no, that you guys.
We were
you-
high
you
school
knew
friends.
each other.
Yeah.
Like in,
Oh,
high,
in
school.
high school.
So he looked at you as a high school. Like he could have. This is what I'm just saying.
No, it's like it's like
Like,
having like I'm the youngest
I
or the
yeah.
oldest, but they still look at you as no matter how old you get, you're still
Yeah,
like the little
exactly.
brother.
Or no matter
They still
whatever
look
you're
at
doing
you.
in your life, you're just like, oh, that's just
Right.
Brenda from whatever. So he could have just been looking at you like that, like, okay, you like to hustle or whatever. Then
That's
shit,
you.
I don't gotta do anything. I can just sit back and chill, possibly, take care of the kids, play the Mr. Mom role.
Was he good with the kids?
Apparently not.
He played
Oh,
video
Man,
games.
we playing Madden.
That's why my son took game hands.
We good at 2K.
Okay. So he was a good dad. He just didn't do. He didn't provide.
No.
Oh.
See, there's a difference between being a dad and a father, I was told. You feel me? Being a dad is
Break
like
it
a
down.
dude. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, he comes every weekend, every time we party. So we go to the movies and shit like that. But a father is there do like the hard shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you going through shit.
Guide you.
You feel me? That's the difference between a dad and a father.
He was on
You
a
be-
weekend. Okay, it's like a weekend dad.
Exactly. Like, you're the dad.
Every time I see you, hey, that's my dad.
Exactly.
That's my father.
Where's my
Yeah.
father? Like,
Yeah.
nigga, I'm going through something. Help me out. Okay.
Okay. So getting to the end. All right. He wasn't doing shit. This and that. When did you leave, or was it Mitchell? Did he leave, or you left? What?
He left. Well,
Oh.
it was like this. It ended wrong. It ended very, very bad. Where he ended up doing 4 years. So
Well, no. Hold on. No. What details?
She said it
You
ended
just said
bad.
that and then be like, no. What?
She
What
had-
happened?
I mean, like he did.
No.
Like I mean, he did 4 years. I'm not ashamed of what the situation was.
Yeah, just be real. What happened?
It was done. It was a done
Okay.
situation.
What did he do? Is that what you said?
Right.
No, but he did. But like,
It went.
yeah.
It all okay. Where it went. The day went wrong. Like Christmas Day. Okay. It was already shit. It was already horrible. Where we didn't spend Christmas together. I went to my parents' house. I left him at home. I took my kids. And then, about 6 o'clock-ish, I was like, all right, I guess we'll go home so he can go with his family. So we went to his sister's house, and then we went back home. It was still popping in my mama's house, so I'm like, hey, I'm gonna roll over there. You know what I'm saying? It's still going good. You're gonna take these kids, and I'm going back. But it had already been a situation where he had went through my phone and saw
But you was doing the
text
same
message.
thing though, right?
What?
You was on some bullshit.
Going through his phone too.
No.
Oh, you was just going.
Oh, you was flirting with someone
I was
else.
flirting.
Alright.
I was entertaining.
Girls flirt, man.
I was entertaining.
Okay, no.
And he saw it, and when he saw the shit, I said, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Damn.
I did. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did talk to him. Yeah, I did text him.
So
it wasn't
you
like I lied. I
You owned up
just said,
to it.
you
that's good.
you saw it. Black and white.
No,
I mean,
nigga, like, hey, Dre, what I say? I was dating a chick and I caught her red-handed texting someone
she's
to do.
stupid.
Swear to God, what she told me was, no, I was texting myself. It's an app, some dumb shit. I'm like,
Oh my God.
you're talking about giving this person head, sending pictures, and you're gonna sit here and tell me that. Yeah, so some people, you can catch, dudes do it too. You can catch us red-handed, whatever. We would come up with some type of excuse.
Stupidest
Like,
lie.
nah,
Stupid shit. No,
see, my homeboy
this
had the
is,
phone and he was texting me, you feel me?
So-
and then he didn't give her his number.
So no, that
he
wasn't
had my number.
But you owned up to it, so I couldn't. Yeah.
people lie. I did it. So I told him, he was like, okay, well, let's work on us. Okay, that's cool. I'm down with it, but this is what we need to do.
Right.
This is what I'm looking for. You can give me your checklist. This is what you feel I need to work on, and then we can work towards that. Well, the shit didn't get no better. I mean, it kept going, and it kept escalating, and by that day when I was like, okay, I'm going to my mama's house, he was like, you just going to be with that nigga? And I was like, no, he's a Jehovah. It's Christmas. He don't even practice this. So I'm really going to my mom's house, like
Okay.
for real,
All right.
because she didn't fuck with him, so he couldn't come to her house.
Wow.
Man.
Which I mean, it is what it is.
I've been in that
She did it,
situation.
so I mean,
Did she ever like him?
no, she never did. Mother.
Even as her friend.
She's evil.
Your mother's evil.
She's dead. God rest her soul in hell.
God.
But with all that being said,
Really? That's so scared us.
She said that.
We don't say
I
that.
just phrased it like, yeah, man.
yeah, that's all I knew. I was like,
To
God.
hell. Whoa.
She was mean.
I was expecting that.
She was mean. Okay, I went over there. Like I said, we was having a good time, and he was on my phone like crazy talking. I'm gonna kill myself. Like, oh my God. Like, at some point I'm like, he's not gonna do nothing. I was just like, girl, he crazy. I said, yeah, girl, he crazy. Come on, let's drink this wine. Let's chill the fuck out. Cause he's like, so then I'm like, okay, well, let me go just in case he wants to lose his mind. I'm gonna get my babies there, and I don't want to have to be that person.
Alright.
So went back to the house, and he had grabbed a knife and went to the room and like slaughtered all my fucking clothes and shoes and stuff. I'm like, you acting like a straight bitch.
Yeah,
Like that's what
female
bitches
rule.
do. Like you done tore up my shit
Yeah.
that you can't replace.
I never heard of a man doing that now, cutting up clothes, but
Nah, not close.
I never heard
So-
that shit.
Oh man.
Then I'd have to call my sister.
Hey,
Bleach.
Yeah.
Don't cut up clothes. I don't know.
I did some shit with
Like-
that nigga. I came through. Yeah, I
Did
came through
it?
that time, bro.
Oh, wait.
I was trying to get that nigga to come outside, nigga. I was slitting tires and all that. Shit. At that time.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Okay, so.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, it was alleged.
Yeah, that was unexpected. Okay,
So
so.
when I get in my feelings, I be in my feelings.
Right.
I be checking that shit.
Right.
Who would have ever thought?
We want to hear your story. So, Leah, we're going to get back to that because it sounds like the story's going to
Keep
get
going.
going. We'll get back to that.
I tried to make
Dre. So, Dre, you did do some shit.
I've
Like,
been through some shit.
you was married, correct?
Very much so.
Alright, how long was y'all together? Period, counter marriage, dating? How long was y'all together?
Shit, we got together at the end of high school, and shit, we've been divorced like 2 years now.
So,
When did high
altogether,
school
like
end?
5 years.
We graduated 2004. Long time.
Long
It's
time,
like
long
a
time,
blur.
okay.
It's like, you know what I'm saying?
So, what shit did she put you through or that you put her through? Can you kind of
We
be
put
like,
each other through some stupid shit, because again,
You slashing
just
tires,
young,
man.
And it's like, look, her whole thing is her family is big and family oriented. Their whole thing is like, get married, have a bunch of kids. The end. I'm like, man, I'm 20 years old. I live in Las Vegas. I'm trying to get it. What are you talking about right now? So, it was just a miscommunication on that part. But it really wasn't miscommunication. I was telling her exactly how I feel. She just didn't give a fuck. She was like, nah, nigga,
We're gonna do this.
You feel me? I'm like, wow.
Okay, so you was
But you
telling her
went with it?
that you wasn't ready for it?
Because she was pregnant, and then at that time, look,
So they was there.
No,
Stop the show.
look.
That'll stop the whole show.
It happens like this when you fucking have a baby with somebody. Well, for me personally, I really did want to, you know what I'm saying, play that role because I didn't want to be that statistic. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be the baby daddy. I didn't want to have a baby mama. Didn't want to have multiple baby mamas. I didn't want that. I kind of had like
You wanted
a footnote to my fucking life. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get all this partying and shit out the way. I didn't want to get married till I was about 50.
I remember you said that. Oh, wow.
People are like, what's
Yes,
wrong with that? I'm like, because I'm ensuring that I'm
Look
gonna
at
die
the
this month. You know what I'm saying?
Why? Because your stamina's dead?
No, it's because
You ain't got the
No, because
energy.
I know for a fact you get tired of motherfuckers. Period. Point blank.
Yeah, but that
Facts.
doesn't.
My
Wait,
grandma and grandfather, my grandmother passed away, so you know he got widowed, but they slept in separate rooms.
But that's old school.
Exactly.
Hey, you know
I got
what?
tired. I can't even be in the same room with you for that. I love you.
I'm not even gonna be
That's
able
how they did it back in
I'm
the
not
day.
even gonna be able
That
My
was
mom and
just the
dad had
standard
two
way.
houses.
You see what I'm
They was married,
saying?
they had two houses.
I can't be with you all the time.
Great parents, but they would get tired of each other. They loved each other, but they're like, you know what, I need a break. And they had two houses. Not saying I agree with it, like,
Take your
that's
ass
what it
downstairs
was.
to the living room.
You can't.
That too.
And he used to come over all the time, and we'd be like, my dad's, my mom, like they had two
But
separate
they
places.
was they happy? Was they?
They was happy as shit.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
They would come up and get, all right, see you later.
now in these days, a nigga gotta be confined to a man cave. What the fuck is that, nigga? You a child, nigga?
Is this your room?
Exactly.
But he's right. Some families like that. My mom and dad had two separate houses, but was happy, cool. Like you said, your grandparents slept in separate rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Some people is like, I'm not saying I agree with it, but I get it, but
You gotta have your own space.
sometimes. Okay, y'all got this one. You gonna sit here and tell me y'all never wanted y'all space? You're married.
Yes.
You had
Okay.
what the hell was like?
Even though we know,
No,
even though, okay, hold on. We know that your wife is gonna see this. We know that, but keep it real. You don't never get tired of.
I should get tired, but I never get tired enough where I'm like, you know what? We're not even gonna sleep in the same bed. We're not even gonna sleep in the same room. We're not even gonna sleep in the same house.
Well,
I've never gotten to the
Because you're
point.
still
Hey,
young,
when I
you're
just
not
got married.
there yet.
I just got married.
How y'all been married?
I got married in October of last year.
So not a year yet.
But we've been
No,
living
what was it?
together for 5 years. And sometimes I'm like, motherfucker, go in the living room, go in the living room. But
Right.
I would never want her to stay in the living room for
I
the
get
whole
it.
night. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you
hey,
ever been
go in
trying
the
to
living room,
read a
that's
book?
fine, that's fine.
Like calm down, but come
Yeah.
back.
To you.
Yes.
Okay.
And you
I would
read
never
the book
wanna
and she's
sleep.
holding a conversation with you and you're like, yo, you see me like,
Busy.
My girl does it all the time. How'd you know?
you see what I'm saying? You see?
Alright. Okay, so Dre's, so pretty much, so you went through it, and are you like that though? Do you agree that a person, even you're married, that they should sleep in separate rooms sometimes or have separate houses?
I think people need their separate spaces. It doesn't have to be, okay, we're forever in this room, you're in that room. But there are times where I could be like, look, I need a couple hours.
Well, that's understandable.
You don't need a whole house for that.
No, you don't, but godly, wouldn't it be great? How do you can miss her. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, what's she doing? Hit the hallway.
So then you guys need to have a house big enough, this is just my opinion, have a house big enough where people have their separate spaces. Have a separate
Cause she
space
was
for
kind of, she
yourself.
like, when she's a girlfriend, she's like a girlfriend. She's clingy, she's attentive.
Oh,
she's,
no, that's
she's
not all
very-
girlfriends
You
are
gonna
like
keep
that.
it too
So
real?
we're gonna not gonna put everybody in the same bucket.
No, yeah,
Because
no.
not all girlfriends are clingy and attentive and need
You
to be
can't
up under
be,
you.
but-
No, she likes being a girlfriend. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Around.
Like, yeah, she like being like, oh, no, what are we doing? Like, yo, we got this whole.
You liked it then because you stayed with her for that long.
Oh yeah, I love her to death. But it was like
Because if you too clingy, you got to go.
I was too young.
So
I
you feel-
I just wanted.
You want.
I don't do
just
you
wanted
that
to
to in my
do
shadows.
A self-sufficient man, don't you?
Yeah, you need that be
Alright, I love you. Alright, I love you from afar
Yeah.
too. Peace out.
It's not looking from
And then
afar.
it's not even-
You are your own person. Everybody's an individual. Just because y'all in a relationship does not make y'all one. You have shit that you like, I have shit that I like. We may not, going to the grocery store may not be your thing. But hey, I love scrolling through the grocery store. So I'm gonna go to the fucking
true.
grocery store and you stay your ass at home.
Yeah.
You're not gonna take you with me to get on my motherfucking nerves. Like, are we
When she
almost
goes
done?
to
Are we
the
almost done?
mall,
I'm with
she
you
will
on that.
spend an hour in one section.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know what I want.
Wow.
And
That's
I go
because
get it.
us as guys, it's like, hey, you want to
I already know my outfit.
All right, cool,
I hit the
bet.
ball. I'm like, yo,
I
get
came
this,
here with a
get that.
plan.
Exactly.
Get the fuck
Get
out.
that, get that, get that. I do not want to be in here because it's a trap. You're going to end up shopping. Now we broke.
Okay, but the ladies made a good point though. They said, but you still signed up for it. Like, you feel like she forced you into doing something that
Oh,
you didn't
yeah,
want to do.
absolutely.
But you did it just because of the baby? Was that really the only reason?
No, I mean, I loved her, but she didn't want me to, I didn't want to be tied down at such a young age. I didn't want to feel like an old man at the age of 20. You know what I'm
You
saying?
didn't have
You
to.
still
You
stay.
didn't have to do it.
You
After you
still
with a
stay.
person with so long, after you've been with a person for a long time, you're loyal to.
Yeah, and for some, and then you just get
Your
comfortable.
loyalty,
I don't
It's
find
like
it to be
when we
loyalty
got,
can
when
be
I got
down.
divorced,
Loyalty can be a
Okay.
downfall.
it was like the lost
So,
world.
before you
I
took
don't-
control of
Always
divorce,
the same.
hold on, before you got to the divorce, what brought you to that point to where I want a divorce? Because it sounded like you really loved her.
Not to the point of the time, it was just like, you know what I'm saying, we just started doing shit to like literally just get on each other's nerves now. It was like, it became toxic.
Like tit for tat?
No, like she knows how to push my buttons, I know how to push her buttons. And we would just push each other's buttons until the motherfuckers
That's
fell off.
childish.
Yeah, that's
Is it
really
because
So you
y'all
guys are both
Because we
childish?
were young. Hello,
Hey,
that
y'all,
was my
hey,
That was my
walk
whole-
away.
That's now.
Again, we were young.
No,
How
I
many kids do you guys end up having? Just the one?
Well, hold
I
on.
got 2 kids. I have an 11-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son with her. So it's
Okay.
like,
But
I was just trying to tell her I had plans for my life. Like, woman, it makes
So
sense
if you
to
sat there, did you
you.
say it to her often?
Huh?
Huh? Did you say it to her?
Yeah, what you mean? Like,
That's wrong.
This isn't a, this
She didn't make you do anything. You
Oh,
chose
here we
to
go.
stay in the path with her, and yet you're gonna sit there and say, I had plans for my life. You could have did your plans and let her go on by the wayside
if-
and make her decisions
if
and probably
I
been in a
come
different
at you-
situation.
or you just took her whoopie with your plans.
Mm.
Did you not see her? Hold on. I feel you.
Because that's not what he was
did you
saying
not?
to her.
Did you not see her part of your plans?
Okay, first off, it's like this.
No, you want to sugarcoat it?
No, you want to see things through my eyes. I'm a 6'2", like 220-pound man.
Man, don't say it.
Black man.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Can't get angry in public, that's a problem. Can't
That's
express
true.
yourself, that's a problem.
That's true.
Every time I try to like I'm just talking and I sound loud. Like you hear it just echoing through the, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't just be like
Make them see it
forceful
through their
and,
eyes.
you know what I'm saying? So like,
And then on top of that, at that age, black women just say niggas
you
ain't
go.
shit.
Y'all-
Hey,
Oh
y'all do.
my God!
if you look at the comments on your
So you
We're
got
gonna pause. We're gonna pause.
No.
We're going to pause.
Listen.
No, because I've watched quite a few of y'all pods and y'all constantly keep saying all women, y'all women, and I'm
Wait,
Not all, but most. Every time.
Yeah, I never told you to rephrase that word.
Every time me and my kids would get into arguments, you would sing that one Beyonce song. To the left, to the that petty shit.
What that-
Remember that shit? You know when people all want to sing when they get mad?
What you mean, nigga?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what you trying to say?
I was 12 years old getting called a
That's why-
slut. I'm like, that dumbass song. I'm like, you're 12. Yeah, I live on my
Alright, what the thing? Okay,
I'm
you
not
were
right. I'm not petty. I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna fuck with him today. Let me go over here and fuck with him.
You never
I'm
fucked with
not-
him on purpose. You never fucked with him on purpose.
Who?
You're your ex.
For what?
You never fucked with him on
I don't
purpose.
have time for that shit. I don't do with negativity. First of all, I'm not gonna start an argument. I'm not a combative person, but if you bring that shit to my table, I'm gonna come with it.
Okay.
But I don't start the shit, I finish it. There's a difference.
So he started it, but you finished it. That's
You ain't fucking
So
started
you
it.
gotta take a step up then to end it, right?
I did end it.
Our question.
No.
I ended all of our relationships.
He ended it.
No, I didn't say that.
left.
I said he left.
That's
and he
it.
left. You didn't get into the story. No. He didn't leave just because he wanted to walk out that door. He left because he did some illegal shit and I called him.
Don't forget about the jail.
That part.
Alright.
It's a
4
difference.
years, don't forget.
I divorced him, not the other way around.
Please check Leah for weapons. Got flesh about shoot somebody. Okay, I got you.
Y'all gonna, what y'all do
Mark
that?
that.
Y'all women.
Finish your story.
It was just a whole bunch of
Because they're judging right now. So
But it wasn't just one thing, it was a whole bunch of things. Like she had this best friend who just wouldn't stay in his place. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and then the best friend was her ex-boyfriend before me. So it's like, now I got
And
this
you
fuck
signed
boy.
up for it. You stayed.
That wasn't a sign up. for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
That wasn't on the clause or in the contract.
Come on. My best, this is my ex and we're best friends now.
No, that
Right.
Got it.
But though, that would have been it.
Well, you my ex, if y'all that great as people, why y'all not
I
Were
was
they always?
explaining. I was not trying to be the statistical nigga. I wanted to be the
Then
family
you
nigga.
do.
Sometimes you just gotta let that go and just be that
Okay,
I
person.
wanted
hold on.
to be there for my kids. I wanted my kids to have a different upbringing than I had. I didn't have the two-parent upbringing.
Okay.
You feel me?
So you wanted to change that.
be
So he
different.
made a
Exactly.
sacrifice.
Say it again, Coco.
But it didn't work out.
It didn't
Like
work.
most
He's still
sacrifices,
autistic and his kids are still not getting raised in the same
I think that
household.
was
No, that doesn't. Okay, hold on.
The end game is still the same. You're who you didn't want to be.
So then should I follow down that path of just not
Right,
being
just
shit?
because I'm a nigga. I
That doesn't make you the
No,
whore.
no, not being shit. I mean, as far
Just
as
because you're not
what
with
he's
me.
trying to do, like if I don't have a father and I'm like, yo,
Well, wait a minute. He
If-
divorced her, not the kids.
no, but
The nigga's right here. Ask him.
But we're talking about him. You know?
No, if I'm saying like, yo, me growing up as a black man, if I don't have no strong man being
How the fuck
for
you gonna
me,
expect me to be something that ain't around that I can't even fucking
What
pull
I'm
from
telling-
an
That's a
example?
good point.
Y'all keep saying that as if you divorced her and now you are no longer in your
Okay.
kid's life. Like that is not how it works.
No, but you
it's
got-
like that if you have, and I'm gonna say it because
Say
there
it.
are some, put that out there,
Okay.
some
Alright.
women that are very manipulative and very petty that will keep your kids as pawns in ways to hurt you. Now that
Yes.
is
Yes.
very wrong.
how many
Yes.
women you know like
Yes.
that?
Oh, I don't fuck with petty bitches.
But
Um,
you know some that are out there, right?
Well,
They are out there, of
How
course.
many you know
But at the end of the day,
of?
I'm
Five.
my circle's small,
Yeah.
okay, and it's small for a reason.
Yeah.
People don't like real. People don't like honesty. So if you can't take me in honesty and take me in my raw, then you don't need to be my friend because
True.
I don't sugarcoat. I don't
You don't
sugarcoat
need to
for
be
my
around.
kids. I don't sugarcoat for anybody who's around me. I'm going to tell you what it is. Now take it or leave it. Get on and get off. That's fine. But just because you are no longer with that woman, that does not stop you from being a father to your children.
Oh, no. Okay,
So you saying I don't have a, no, because y'all keep saying how am I gonna be a father?
No,
How am I
no.
gonna be?
He was
So make
making
it
a
make
point.
sense.
He didn't want to be like this. Shit, I'm speaking for you now.
Yeah, speak.
Okay. No, okay, hold on. But
no, fuck it.
Shit.
Go ahead.
Jordan,
Take it away.
explain your
He's just
mindset.
like, okay, everybody.
Because I already know what you're trying to say, and I'm with you. So
Yeah.
But I just need to make
Go ahead,
sense.
man.
But he didn't sign up. Let me just say this. He didn't sign up because my nigga. Did you know that she had this male friend or all the other
I'm
bullshit?
not talking about
He
that.
can't say he signed up
He
for
said he
it.
didn't want to be a statistic. A kid that doesn't have a father role model. How do I teach him how to be a man if I'm not there today? That's
He
not
made
true.
that sacrifice. That's why he married her.
Yeah, but they're still not
He
together.
didn't want to.
They're still not together.
All right, break it down. Break it down. Go ahead. Cause we all got something.
Are y'all still living in the same house?
No,
Oh, okay. How old is your son?
my son's 6.
Oh, okay. He got a long way to go before he's a man. And you're not in the same household, and you're still gonna teach him how
That
to be
shit
a man.
starts day one, like visual, everything, from in the womb.
And
like,
I'm with you.
Kids react to like the shit they hear, and if they go
Monkey see,
to
monkey
a
do.
loud environment, it's gonna be
Exactly.
a loud ass little nigga.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So it's like it starts from day one.
But when you say you didn't want
Like
to be a
let's say
statistic,
let's say his mom has to handle an issue. She's gonna handle it like a woman handles it. He's gonna visualize how a woman handles it. He doesn't know any better. He's a child. So next time he gets to that problem, he's gonna handle it how he saw it was handled. You understand what I'm saying?
so how
So-
do women handle it? Like are we being sexist as if women can't handle things in the same way?
No,
men
I'm
handle
saying
it?
you're gonna handle
No,
it,
I'm
but
asking
you're
the
gonna
question.
handle it like a
I want
woman,
I like clarity.
and a man's
I
gonna
want gray
handle
and white.
it
I
like a
like
man. That's
To a
all.
certain extent. To a certain extent.
In what way? Example, please.
It's to a certain extent.
Example.
That's it.
Example makes it the best way,
That's
so that I can get his
Yeah.
perspective
It would have
of
to
what
be
he
an
means, how a
example.
woman
If I ever
handles it.
needed a lawyer, goddamn, I would hire you. Goddamn, she is just.
I like to make sure we're all on the same page.
You grow hair on your face?
What? No, what does
Are
that?
you gonna teach your son how to shave his face? I mean, it
That's
might
a
be the same
situation,
as
but that's
shaving
not a
your legs,
situation of
but-
how she would handle it. That's not a situation that you both can handle. So I need a situation that you both can handle, no matter what the gender is,
What to
and
do
how would a
with-
man handle it,
okay.
and how would a
I
woman
got
handle
one.
it.
I got one.
Okay.
What to do with his feelings as a black man?
Exactly. First off, shit like that, like you can't.
There are certain things that.
No. Wait.
So,
What
how-
what
okay.
can he do with his feelings as a black man?
Feelings in what way? Like happy feelings, sad feelings,
all
anger.
feelings.
All feelings, just feelings, just period.
Well, okay, I'm put my son
Yeah.
did not have his father from age 4 until, and when his father did get out, we moved. So his dad is 1,000 miles away. So my son, I teach him how to, no, I can't teach him how to shave, of course. That ain't my forte. Take him to the barbershop for that. But I tell him that it's okay to express himself in the right manner, right? It's okay to cry, because I don't like the fact that they teach black men to hold in everything, bottle it all up. And then, you know, they turn out to be crazy cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because they don't know how to express themselves accordingly. Sometimes you just have to cry. Take your ass to that corner if you want to, take it to the bathroom. You cry if you need to cry. Not saying let somebody else see you weak. That's not what I said if you have to. I didn't say, that's not what I said.
I cry.
And they are.
Niggas, we just crybaby ass niggas.
And it's whatever they want to
They're
be.
coddled by their mom.
I don't, okay, well, I'm sorry.
You know? Sometimes you just need a nigga to be there like, toughen the fuck up, nigga.
And that's what I'm saying, but
Your
it's not
mom's gonna be
that
like,
Yeah,
that is not
because
true.
you're gonna make him soft in a
That
way.
is not fucking
You're
true.
gonna make him
or
soft.
you're gonna
First of all, I don't want my son to be hardcore that he has no emotion.
hardcore.
You cannot be in a relationship with a woman who we are emotional creatures and you can't connect with me because you've been taught to bottle it all up.
Oh, no.
Stay firm, stay strong.
But that's not
Don't
what
have,
I'm
don't show a point of weakness. Don't know how to sensitize yourself to understand somebody else's standpoint. So, with that being said, every person, every gender has a way that they should handle shit in certain situations. There's a time and a place for everything.
Right, but everybody has their own story. Everybody got a different background. I hear what you're
Yeah.
saying 100%. I hear what
But
you're saying.
I asked for what is he saying, and I haven't.
There are certain things that a kid needs their dad for. There's something that a kid needs their mom for.
Is he
Which
not
is why
there,
people,
though?
you ain't together, people got to co-parent. Like, I can't, like I said, I'm a full-time parent. I get it. But still, my son needs to ask his mom for things too, because there's other things that he needs that mom love.
with you.
You know?
That's what I'm saying.
So that's where the team is co-parent. And it can't be, I get
I'm not taking away from what you're saying.
I get what you're saying. I commend you.
But you
because
said
it
you don't
been
want to be
you.
a statistic, and I'm trying to see what does that consist of. I'm still not understanding. You not being a two-parent household does not stop.
a black person, black man statistic
Yeah.
that every other race thinks of us, that we're not there for our kids.
Other race.
Yes, white people think we ain't shit. I was just saying.
Some white people.
Okay, some white people,
You can't put everybody in a bucket.
they all put us in a bucket.
Though they do
But that's
not.
racist.
They
We're
do
not talking about
not.
A lot
That
of
is
them
wrong.
do, though.
A lot, but that's not all.
Not all.
Y'all need
Not
to
to all.
stop. 90%.
Us? Yeah, right. But we have been through some. We all can agree. We all been.
I got plenty of
In
cultural
a
friends, and I totally understand their backgrounds and wherever they come from, yada yada yada. But experience and history has taught me that a white person is gonna see my skin and judge me until they get to know me. Period. Point blank.
Well, that's your perspective.
No, that's life. What do you mean?
No, that's not.
Oh, wait. Every black sitcom, say Family Matters, you say Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they talk about that when they have a run-in with police officers, and you have that one black
That
dude.
doesn't mean that
that's-
all
no,
police
but
officers are bad. That
No,
does not mean
I'm
that.
not even talking about police officers.
That doesn't
I'm
mean-
talking about being a black man.
You
have to.
With police.
Yes.
Period.
Yes, and I'm not
all right,
against
but
it.
no. Let me finish.
Y'all not listening.
You have
I know we're
that.
definitely listening.
You have that
But-
one black friend that has been a privileged life that kicked it with the Caucasian people, whatever the case may
Excuse
be.
me.
And then you have that one black dude that's just like, okay, I'm just around just a whole bunch of black people. So when this is the TV show episode or whatever, they're both the fucking same basically, and they both do. Anyway, like the Caucasian black person that had the privileged life doesn't really understand like, why am I being judged as a black person?
Carlton doesn't understand why we
Yeah.
keeps getting off his white homies.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
That was like
But
a
that's
big thing. That's a big thing. And then like on Raising Dion, why can't I hang out with him? Baby, because you black. And she couldn't really say exactly what it
It's
is
gonna hurt his
because she
fucking
was a
feelings.
woman.
Because now
Like,
he's
hey,
gonna like.
I would prefer your dad to be here to explain this shit to you
'Cause it's
because
hard
I
shit.
can't necessarily give you that like that a
I'm
feeling
gonna
that
tell you every
emotion
time you
like
go outside,
what
you
it's
have
like,
to act a
whatever the
certain
case
way
may be.
because you're already judged
that's it.
So what? How do you how do you teach your kids?
how do I talk to my son?
About situations? Yeah.
Whenever there's like the 5, whatever the kids in New York that all of them went to jail.
There's something
There's like a
Part 5 or something.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
when that came out on Netflix, we watched it.
How old is your son?
He's 14.
Okay.
We watched it, and I explained to him. I sit back and I show him all the historical movies, you know, of what
Yeah.
people have done to be able to have the moment where you can sit down in the classroom with white kids and be able to interact freely, right? You still judge, some people still judge, but it's not where it was. So I show him to appreciate the work that was put in by the people before us and where we still are working towards to get to. I show him these things. No, I can't say from my personal experience as to how he should be or feel as a black man, but I can tell him how to interact. You know, when the police stops you, when somebody of authority stops you, this is what you should do.
Okay.
This is how you should act.
Where'd you get that information from?
I'm still a black woman.
No, but
Life.
Exactly.
Woman.
And life. And I mean, just watch it. First of all, I don't do outside black. Okay? So I do nothing but black. So it's not that I haven't encountered or been there when these things have taken place. Right? So, but I also want to teach my son to respect every culture and every person.
Okay.
Do not anticipate that every white person is going to be a racist, because that's not
Yeah.
true. Do not anticipate hatred from everyone, because if you put that into your kids, that's the same thing that they are putting into their kids to
Yeah.
feel
Yes.
how about us.
Yeah,
And I don't
that's
want to
true.
spill that into my son so that he feels that every white kid is not going to like
Exactly.
him. Every Mexican is this, and that's not okay. I want you to have
Because that's what they do to us, so you don't
a
want to do
full
the same.
throttle of everything that
Or
could be
something.
good, bad, and ugly. I want you to have an understanding that it could be this or
Right.
it could be that. But you give that person to show you who they are.
Right.
And that stuff doesn't happen overnight. That's why I don't believe in friends in 2 seconds.
I'm gonna get D opinion like this. D, do you have any kids or
I
raised any
don't
kids?
have any kids.
Okay.
No kids.
But we're supposed to talk about this and
I do
that.
have a dog.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say
Do
puppies or
you
something.
agree with everything like that? Like, have you been like, you know, I mean, obviously you're a black woman. Have you experienced shit like this always, like that we went through, and how did you handle it, or?
As a black woman, like the
Yeah.
things, like the social things, definitely. I've experienced some things. I can't speak on. I'm not a black man, so
Well,
I don't know.
okay.
But I, you know,
No,
but
I get
I can only see, and I definitely commend like the black men that definitely are trying to be something other than a statistic. I'm commending every black person really to be something other than what people portray them to be.
Right.
So I'm not faulting you for not being there, or for not being there, but for not staying around. I get it. You stayed around long enough as you could, and that's why I don't see any. I'm not pointing any sides. I definitely, you know.
Right, good.
But I definitely understand you don't want to be that. Oh, he's just a baby daddy. He's just
Right,
this. He's
exactly.
I completely get it. I completely get
That's
it.
the
I
thing.
stayed here for 10 years
I gotta
because I
stop.
wanted to be here for my child, for my children, for my family. You know what I mean? I completely get it. So I do not fault you 100%. I don't fault anyone for trying to do something other than be something that,
Right.
like I said.
And no, because we are intimidated people.
Right.
If all of us right now walk
They
into
see my bronze,
7-Eleven,
they see my bronze
And I know
skin, my
they're all gonna look at
tallness,
us
and they're like this guy.
no, but be real, because we are intimidating people though. You know, we all walk in to a whatever store together,
Right,
and
it's
all
like,
eyes on us.
Right,
All this person on the race, like, oh, okay. But I feel on both hands.
I'm just gonna say.
But people, hold on,
You
but
can't
people,
always fault.
but people do kind of use that as an excuse all the time to where, oh, it's because I'm black. That's not always true.
No.
A lot of us kind of use that to where
Yeah, I know
it's not the
motherfuckers
case.
who think the man is
Sometimes.
You use it as it
holding
fits
down.
sometimes.
Yeah, use it's like,
You're lazy.
yeah, which I'm talking right.
You're
I
lazy.
get a lot of times we're right, but a lot of times, you know, we kind of be, man, I don't think it's because we're black.
Right,
Sometimes
I
y'all
think you
nigga,
just
nigga,
are
you-
too much. Bro.
you did kind of steal those chips, nigga. Like, no, but no, it's funny.
It wasn't because you're
It was because.
But for real though, you know what I'm saying? Just try to be the best person you can be. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it for someone else. Just try to be you for you, because it's the only way it's gonna work out. You can only see through your eyes at the end of the day.
keep your own judgments. Like
Right.
it's okay to have your own judgments about people. That's okay.
Yeah, but like we all can agree, don't judge somebody just because of the way they look on the race, things like that, because it's just is a never-ending cycle. You know, everybody's different. Trust me, everybody's different. I mean,
I'm not
Well-
disagreeing with him that there are some things that a black man has to be there for
Because it
Yeah.
takes
his
a
son.
minute.
And I never said that. My thing is just because he did not stay in that relationship does not take away from him being a father.
No, I'm not. We're not.
Well, it never will.
knocking-
That's all I'm saying.
knocking that. It's just the fact that, I mean, I never seen my dad try.
You
I'm
see what I'm
sorry.
saying? It's
I'm
like
sorry.
that. It's like
I never
But
seen
I'm
my
sorry
dad
that
try.
he
never
just,
seen
he
his
just
dad
needs
try.
to see.
and I'm
he just
sorry
needs
for
to
that.
see
So
the
then you
man.
change it
He
and
just needs the
try.
man.
Yeah, and that's what he tried to do.
No,
And it's-
not try and stay in a relationship.
No. But
Be a father.
yes,
Regardless if you're in a relationship with my mom.
actually, that-
Because some
I mean,
people divorce the woman
but
and forget about the fucking
if I
kids.
never had that experience or whatever the case may be, I want, like, I'm looking like, oh, okay, well, I see this brother and
Right.
his mom and his dad's together, whatever the case may be. So, well, shit. And I see my uncle raising his kid being that person,
But you
whatever the
see
case may be.
what
So I'm
they
like,
allow you to
okay,
see.
well, all right then.
And
let
just to
me-
confirm, Dre is in his kid's life. We ain't saying his life. Let's just get it there. He is very much in his kid's life. I'm just, all right, go ahead.
It's just the fact of just giving your kids something that you didn't have.
He's
That's
just
the
a part of
thing.
Yeah, he just-
Am I in my kid's life enough? Am I in my kid's life?
And it could be,
Yeah,
it's like a double-edged sword. You
it's
never
like
know
that. You don't
exactly how your kid is going to reciprocate to it. No matter what you do, you never
And
know
then
what your
there's
kid's
the
going to,
fact
how to
that,
take to it.
okay, you're not
Period.
with her no more, so she's gonna find somebody.
Yeah.
You have somebody gonna take over your role.
Take over your now. See, that's all of who you pick to have.
Yeah, no, because people could change.
Yeah, no,
People
fuck
could
that.
change
Ain't
on you.
nobody.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no, and that's all of who you're with. So
if
at the
my
end of the
baby
day,
mama
nobody.
decided to get with some dude,
People
those
change when they get older.
want to build a goal somewhere and pick up and move clear across the motherfucking country, let's say New York City somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's them out of my life. Now, what are we FaceTiming?
No,
Only
that's
country-
you going to the courts and putting it into place that you want joint custody
Boy,
and that she has to, before she moves across the country with your kids.
see shit like
It's called
that.
hard.
But then that creates a different
It's
sword.
not where it was before. Black men have
still is
Girl,
so.
let me tell you.
What? Go ahead and say it.
Not to
Black
sound-
men have more rights now than they did back in the day. Before it was always the mother who got custody regardless
Only
if she was
because-
shit. That's not the case today. It's not the case today. If she ain't shit, and you prove
But
you
gotta
can prove to
prove to
ask shoulder sheet. Ask shoulder sheet.
But it
Most
seems like it's easier for women. And
Yeah.
I'm not
It
saying
is.
that it's not.
It is,
It's
though.
but you're not gonna fight. It's your kids. It's your kids. You fight. Period.
Yeah, you fight,
Tooth and
you
nail.
fight.
But period.
I've fought with everything in me.
Exactly.
As a black
Sometimes
man,
you just get
I'm just pretending
turn
like I'm
very
not
You
like
can't.
that.
You can't be a black man. You can't
I know,
pretend.
I can't pretend.
You
I
can't
can't
be that.
pretend.
So
You're right,
sit down.
you're right. But I've seen it.
No, because she can't speak on it.
But she-
Remember,
but she
she's
did.
not a black
No,
male.
no,
She can't
no,
fight
no,
her.
no,
This is sister.
Wait,
She can speak on it.
But my uncle literally, he has fought so hard to get his kids. It's very, very hard. And it is really, really hard. It doesn't matter what you show.
Right.
It
That's
still
not
takes
true.
It's hard. It's
I'm only
expensive,
speaking
it's
from my
fun.
opinion,
That's
or from my experience.
Alright.
I'm not speaking from yours. Hey, you
But
get
you
yours.
said it for
Everybody
it's
does
about
what
in
they do.
general. We
Okay,
need to stop
you're right,
putting
you're
like
right.
everybody in the basket.
Okay, you're right,
That's
you're
not
right.
the case.
You're right. It is hard for most men.
There you go.
If you don't want
I
to hear
like that
most, then
word.
I'll say some.
Yeah, that's whatever.
But the thing is,
But not all.
okay, it's not all then.
It's not.
all. But it's really hard for some.
It's
men.
not where it used to be.
That's right.
So
For
it's
them.
way more to who?
No,
Whoever
say
you
it.
see, for
To who?
whoever you see is freely like, oh yeah, I only had to do X, Y, and Z to get my kids.
It
I
makes
said that
so much sense.
I never once said it was an easy battle.
It's not.
But at the end of the day, it's your kids. And if you want to fight and you know that you're the better parent, then you better not let that
But
bitch
some
walk over
judges,
your kids.
some judges can be different though. You gotta think about
Every
that.
judge is
Some
different.
judges.
And you can always ask for a change. That judge is not the same judge. But what I'm saying is, in a situation where your kids are gonna get moved to across the country, whatever. If you don't want that to happen, the thing is, a lot of people say, well, she took my kids and left. Well, what did you do to stop it?
Alright.
And at the same
so-
time, they say nothing.
Alright,
So how the
hold on.
fuck are you sitting here complaining?
All right, so Leah, let me say this so nobody interrupt. All right, Leah, I hear what you're saying, but you understand, like me, I had to go through that. I ain't gonna stop at all that, but you know, my kids' mom, she was a good mom too. But you know, we went through whatever, but we still respect each other, and I make sure our kids respect that. But certain situations are different to where I know men that went through what I went through. same thing. Sometimes they went through worse, but yet the mom still got what they wanted. Sometimes it's up to the judge. You might have a female judge, not to sound sexist, that might side with mom. And you might have a man judge that's a single dad that gets it. Yes, we could fight hard, but sometimes you still need to have
Fight is
people
not, yeah.
Thank you.
You're not,
No, I hear what you're saying, but it's not.
I'm saying fight, period. If you lose, you lost.
Okay,
but you
understand.
fought.
Yeah, but
You
so,
see, you still-
but
people are
okay,
still
but
gonna
then if
judge
a good
you.
man fought, if a good man fought and he still lost, it hurts still. He's a good man sometimes.
If you're a real father, it should hurt if you lose your kids.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but you're making it sound like, oh well, fight harder. Well,
No,
well,
that's not what I'm saying.
I'm saying.
You're taking what you want from it. What I said was,
No, that's
what I said was, and what I'm going to reiterate.
that's what you got.
Yeah, that's
Well, that's what you took from it, but I'm going to go ahead and clear it up
Alright.
because I like clarity,
We're
right?
all friends here.
So-
But,
No,
I'm saying,
no,
we're all friends here.
No.
But
I'm not
this
saying
is-
he said if she gets up and take my kids
No,
from
but you gotta understand though, it doesn't always
If
come
you-
when you want it to
But if
in
you,
life.
all I'm saying is no, nothing's gonna always go the way you plan. That's life. What I'm saying is, my point is, yes, people can fight their hardest and still lose.
Right.
But you fought.
Okay.
There are so many black men that don't fight and sit there and wanna cry about it and be a pity motherfucking party.
Well, that's not
This
a man.
bitch took my kids. Well, what did you do
That's
to stop
not-
her?
that's not a man.
What did you? That's what I'm saying.
That's not a man.
That's all I'm saying.
If you don't fight, you're not a man.
And that's
At
my
least
point.
if you try.
And that's what
That's
You,
what
you
I'm saying.
gotta at least try.
That's all I'm
so
saying.
like I was saying, he tried some shit, it didn't work.
No, and I'm saying. Okay, so he tried for a long ass time.
So question,
Oh, okay
say a
then.
guy,
So
say a
you
guy that
tried.
you're dating, say a guy that you're gonna date, and you say, oh, do you have any kids? And he says, oh yeah, I have kids. And you're like, oh, well, where are they? And he says, oh, they're with the mother or whatever. They live across country. Aren't you gonna look at him like you don't take care of your
No,
kids? You're-
no.
But
Because your kids are cross country, I'm gonna judge you because, first of all, I'm a cross country
It
with my
just
kids.
seems.
I'm a cross country with my
But
kids.
you're a mom, keep in mind, no offense. Sometimes when it's no. Sometimes when people see, okay, it's like, yeah, you're cross country, but dudes ain't gonna be like, oh, your kid, 'cause usually the mom has the kids. But we're talking about like, you ask a man. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's just a comment.
It's a common
it
thing.
could be like, yo,
But everybody,
Yeah,
look
that's
like,
what-
where's
It's
the
like that. Why you ain't got your
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying. I haven't dated that guys, but I'm just saying what I've
not that
seen. I know you
No, no,
you're
you're
that
not that
one.
person.
You're that one woman
I'm
that
gonna
is
listen
like
to what you're
out of.
saying to me, and then what I'm gonna do
This
is
gonna
I'm
be a
gonna
good
watch
episode.
what you do. If you say I'm about my kids, then I should see you talking to your kids. I should see you calling your kids. I should see you FaceTime your kids because they're not there for you to touch them. I should see your kids coming to you for the summer. I
Okay,
should
now
see you doing
speaking-
shit to be a part of your kid's life. Even though you can't
Okay.
physically be there, you should still be there emotionally and
Right.
mentally for your kids to support them. That's what I'm looking for.
Right.
Her moving across country, could she have a better fucking job?
Right.
An opportunity that cannot
But
be
then
passed
she
up.
probably got more money and was able to get a better lawyer too, and sometimes they want to
Oh my fucking goodness, you're there.
It's
You sound bitter. You sound bitter. You don't sound bitter. It's not about a
I'm gonna go
lawyer.
through that, so I can't be better.
But it sounds like you're trying to put it out there like, it's not about money all the
It
time.
is.
Y'all have this, y'all putting it out here like all women are just out here to get to their
No, we didn't say
Yeah.
anything
She
like
got a
that.
better job, she can get better money, so she can beat me more.
No, we're not saying that.
That's
I'm
what
not
I'm
saying
saying.
that. Y'all, I know y'all saying that.
Doesn't always
You
go
get a
that way.
tired ass lawyer.
I didn't get no-
All you gonna do is money
That's what I'm
for the
saying.
job. You ain't
There's a
gonna-
lot of good women out there. I never had to go through that shit with you're saying that pain.
Me neither.
Personally, I never
I
had baby
don't.
mom drama, but I hear I got friends that go through the same thing. But yeah.
Yes.
Shit. We're gonna start with you. After hearing everything else, what advice would you give to men and women out there? Like, when should they actually leave a relationship? Like, when do you know this relationship is toxic?
When you start to notice it, like as soon as you start to notice it and you guys are not trying to change together or trying to make it better together, then that's how you know, hey, this was fun while it lasted. We did X, Y, and Z. This was great. We have these kids. We have this marriage. We had all of these things. It's okay to say goodbye. It's okay. Like, you don't have to stay together because there's a baby. You don't have to stay together because I've been together for 10 years. You don't have to stay together. It's okay to leave. So that's
Okay.
perfectly fine.
Alright, Leah. What advice would you give to people plus as far as being in a toxic relationship, how to handle it? Should they try to make it work or is it too late because it's already toxic?
Whenever you have felt like you're losing yourself in a relationship and you're no longer happy, when you've given it your all and you've known that you've done everything in your power and it's still not working, walk away. It's done.
I like that. Okay.
Yo ass, cause I'm going last, nigga.
Yo, ass. He's daring to that.
Alright, so y'all gonna see in the last episode I'm about to post, Ill is very petty. He been petty for like 2 weeks now.
Oh, man.
It might be the ponytail, I don't know. So with that being said, me myself, I've been in relationships to where I know I should have left a long time ago. But the thing is, sometimes you get so comfortable with that person to where it makes you nervous or scared to leave that relationship because that's all that you know. You've been through so much with this person, you grew together, y'all bought your first house together, whatever the case is. But if you had kids, you gotta ask yourself one main question: how can I make my kid happy if I'm not happy? Or the thing is, the relationship, it can't be one-sided because if you're just staying there for that person, then you're living your life through that person. If you're not happy, move on. Life is short, life is precious, you know? So, Leo said it best, to where when you're not happy and it stops being fun, to where you're frowning more than you're smiling. And that's when you know to leave.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Trey.
Like, if you gotta like change like too much of yourself to appease the person next to you, and then they feel that they ain't gotta change a goddamn thing about themselves, that's an issue too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just to be completely honest, like, that's the key, because you nip shit in the bud real quick if you just honest about it and don't try to force nothing. It's like,
Yeah.
the shit don't work, it don't work, shake hands, move on, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we kind of live in a day and age where things have to be perceived a certain way instead of actually like getting to the truth of things. People want to look happy instead of actually being happy. People want to look rich instead of want to be rich. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're aware about your flaws and you know you got flaws, like me, yeah, I know my flaws to a T. Like, I'm going to tell you in a minute, like, yo, it is what it is. You don't like it, you don't like it. So it's like, so just be yourself, stay true to yourself, and find somebody that likes you for you, and make sure you like that person for that person. And then y'all can have it happily ever after.
Alright.
This nigga probably gonna edit himself last.
Right. Yeah.
What's the point?
That was so funny, I'll say something. Neil, shut it down, Neil, shut it down. I'm gonna let him have this moment.
Oh.
Go ahead, Neil. Final thoughts. Spotlight's on you.
Honestly, when you're tired, you leave when you're tired. If you're not growing, if you constantly have to go back and like nag about some shit that you just feel like, oh, well, why am I constantly just doing this with this person, and it's like a repetitive thing that's getting on your nerves, I mean, it's time to go.
Right.
Like, people usually leave when they're tired. And they're tired of the relationship and they're not growing and they're not happy. On another note, sometimes you could leave too quickly because, you know, you just haven't like felt the wave of that person or whatever the case may be. Especially in this microwave era of wanting everything instantly and trying to say you outweighing the pros and the cons. And shit, she got 2 cons and I don't like that shit. And it's like, yo, what the fuck is your problem? Like, stay there and you're just gonna have to work on it and deal with it.
Bitch, you got one problem.
Some shit you gotta, some stuff you have to deal with if you want a relationship.
True.
Everything's not gonna be easy. Like,
You're not gonna get perfect people.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
There's no such thing as a perfect relationship.
No.
If you know
It's
you are,
okay
you
to
accept
argue
that
every now and
person.
then.
That's what a relationship is. It's a person to argue with, it's a person to laugh with, cry with, all that shit. You're gonna have to go through it all.
Each relationship is a learning experience.
So,
Trust me on that. Well, one thing that we all can agree, there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. You know, you can make it work, but you're not happy, time to go. Ladies, Dee, thank you for coming out. Both you ladies, always. Where can they find you at on Instagram?
Oh, I'm on Instagram. My name is West Coast D, which is WSTCSTDEE, and that's me.
I'm gonna fill that in, I got you. Leah, where can they find you at on social
You
media?
can't.
Snapchat, anything.
No.
Twitter.
I like
No,
it.
she's around.
She's shy. Okay, we got you. No, well, actually ain't shy because she did a lot of talking. Alright, my man Dre, where you at, my brother?
You can catch me on Instagram under Moses the Cool, Moses_the_cool.
Like that. Yeah, where can the audience find you at, sir?
Twitter, Illis_Thriller, and
Instagram.
yeah,
You know it's ill. Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. All right, and of course you know where to find me. Instagram chillin86. Also subscribe, and leave a comment or let us know anything that you'd like to hear us talk about, or if you would like to be a guest on the show. Trust me, we'll love to have you. And once again, thank you for tuning in. God bless.